Alright, hey everyone, welcome back. Now, in this lesson, we're going to discuss what exactly are these words: infix, prefix, and postfix. And to help us try to explain that, we're going to solve some problems. Now, let's solve a very easy problem. 3 plus 5. Now, in this problem, there is one operator and two operands. So let's take a look at that. This addition symbol is known as an operator. The things being added together, well, they are called the operands. Now, typically, when we learn math in elementary, middle school, high school, the operator is between the two operands that are being operated on. So in this example, you can see the addition sign, the operator, is between the two operands, the 3 and a 5, that are being added. Now, this is all fine and dandy for a human, but as you saw in the previous video, sometimes when we add parentheses and everything, it can get a little tricky. This is why we have two other ways of noting this. We also have what we call prefix. So let's go ahead and label that infix. And you can see that the operator is between the two operands. So I'm going to write that out. The operator is between the two operands. And I'm going to label it 1 for the one on the left side, and operand 2 for the one on the right side. Now, this doesn't really matter for addition and multiplication, because 3 times 5 is 15, and 5 times 3 is 15. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. But it does matter that we consider the order of the operands when we get to something like subtraction. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 5 minus 3 is a positive 2. And division. 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. 5 divided by 3 is 5 over 3. Okay, so this is infix. Now we also have what we call prefix. So if infix, the operator, is inside or in between the two operands, what do you think about prefix? Well, quite simple. The operator is before the two operands. Alright, so the addition symbol is before the two operands, the 3 and a 5, that are being added. So let's go ahead and label this. This will be operator. And I'll have operator 1 and operator 2. So let's look at how we would read this. Plus 3, 5. Alright, so I'm adding, what am I adding? I'm adding a 3 and a 5. And now, my next one is called postfix. So thinking about postfix, if prefix, the operator, is in the front, what do you think about postfix? Right, if you look at post, that means after. So the operator will be after the things it is adding together. Or in this case, adding together. So let's start with blue. We have operator 1, operator 2, and finally we have our, oh sorry, I realize I've been calling these operators. I mean to call them operands. Let me just scratch that out. This should be operand. Let's erase that. Alright, let's rewrite that. That should be operand 1, operand 2, operand 1, and operand 2. Awesome. So we see infix, the operator, is between the two operands. And in prefix, the operator is before the two operands. And in postfix, the operator is after the two operands. Alright, so this is a pretty simple example, but let's go ahead and consider some other cases. So I'm going to save that. Sure. Now, let's look at this problem. The problem will be A times B plus C divided by D. Okay. And let's consider how we would typically solve this problem if we were to put in real numbers and we were to use infix, which is what we currently do. We would first use PEMDAS, right? Let's not forget PEMDAS. We would look at our problem, consider, hey, are there any parentheses? There are none. We then look at exponents. Are there any? Nope. And we look at, okay, are there any multiplication, division? And we see, yeah, we have multiplication and division. And then we resolve those in order from left to right. All right, so we would do A times B first, and then C times D second. And then we would look at, okay, do I have any addition or subtraction? Yes. And I would resolve that last. So then I would resolve this addition problem last. Okay. So currently this is infix. So can we convert this infix problem into a prefix problem? Now remember, all we have to do is change this format into this format, where the operator goes from in between the two operands and it goes in front of the two operands. So from the top one to the bottom one. So let's consider each step each step. So the very first step, again, what would normally happen in this problem? The multiplication and division would be performed first, and then the addition would happen. So let's approach our problem in this manner. What is being multiplied together? A and B, right? It's A times B. So we look here. What is operand 1? A. Operator. Multiplication. Operand 2. B. Okay. So now we want to make it from this format, A times B, into this format. So we put the operator first. So we write times, and then we put the operand 1, A, and operand 2, B. Okay. And then we write everything else. So that was the first step. We first saw that we would do multiplication first in this problem. So we converted from this infix problem for that to a prefix problem. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue. What was the next step after I did multiplication? I would do this division problem. So can we convert that infix C divided by D into a prefix problem? Yeah, just move the operator. So I'm going to rewrite this A, B, addition, and let's convert that C divided by D. Well, the operator moves from in between to the front, operand 1, operand 2. Right? And this is now my problem. Awesome, I'm almost done with this first problem. So let's do our final step. After I've multiplied and after I've divided, what is the last step in my problem? I just need to add this, the result of the multiplication, with this, the result of the division. Alright, so here is the key. This result is operand 1. This result, quotient, I think, I'm not too sure. This result is operand 2. So can we manipulate this to change it from an infix problem, where the addition sign, the operator, is between the two operands, and make it a prefix problem? Okay, so we just put the plus in front. This is operand 1. This is operand 2. And this is my final answer. So to go from infix to prefix, we just move the operator from in between the two operands and put it before them. Okay. So why don't we get some more practice trying to solve these problems? Currently looking at a worksheet that I have, and I'm just going to post 2 practice problems on this screen for you to try out. So if you want, you can save this, open it up somewhere else, copy it, and we're going to go ahead and work some problems out. Here's problem number 1. We're going to start off simple. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And I think we can fit one more on number 6. 1 divided by 2 plus 4. Alright, so go ahead at this point in time, copy these problems down, maybe pause the video, and try these problems out by yourself. You can always refer back to this video and see how I solve these problems, but I encourage you to try solving these by yourself first. Alright, so how'd that go? Well, first off, I'm going to change my color so it's easier to tell. Change it to a nice blue-green. Alright, my first problem is a plus b. Again, this right here is the operator, and I need to move it in front of what it is operating on for prefix. So my answer would be plus ab. Now this one, plus 1 plus 2, again, this is also the operator, and I'm just going to move it in front. Plus 1, 2. Now, a question that you might have, especially if you're coming from programming, is, well, how does the computer know this is not a 12, but it's a 1 and a 2? And it depends on how you set this up, obviously. But an easy way is that you can put a space between each character. So you have plus, space, 1, space, 2. And that is different from plus, space, 1, 2. Okay? And we can solve this easily. This would give us 3. So these are pretty easy to solve, but the odd number problems are the ones that you really want to have practice with. Alright, now in number 3, what is the first step? The first step is multiplying b and c. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this multiplication symbol in front of b and c. Okay, so it's a plus multiply b, c. And I'm going to divide so I can keep going to the right. Now, what is my next operator? Well, my next operator is the addition symbol. What are the two operands? Here's operand 1. Here's operand 2. Again, it's the product of B times C that is the operand. So I put the plus in front, A, operand 1, and operand 2. Alright, and if you want to do it this way, for number 4, if you haven't noticed already, I basically just made all the A's 1, all the B's 2, and all the C's 3. So 1 and 2 go together, 3 and 4 go together, 5 and 6 go together. I wanted you to get practice with also using real numbers. So this would be times 2, 3, and then 1 plus. And that would be plus 1 times 2, 3. And if you solve that out, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Alright, and now number 5. What happens first? This division happens first. So I'm going to put the division in front of the two operands. Again, the order matters for division and subtraction. And now that I have that, I'm going to write everything else. Alright. So what is my operator? That's the addition symbol. What's my operand 1? What's my operand 2? So I'm going to put that addition in front of operand 1. And then I'm going to write operand 2. Alright, and for number 6, it would be division in front of the two operands. And then the addition in front of operand 1. And then operand 2. And that would equal 1 over 2 is 0.5. Depends on if you're doing Java or not. Oftentimes integer division is referred to or gets you the truncated version, so that'd be 0 or 4. So 4 or 4.5 depends. Now hopefully you were able to do this successfully. In the next video, I'll post some more challenge problems, and you can go ahead and give those problems a try and compare your answers with mine. If you are successful and you get all of them correct, good job. I think you'll do well in the UIL. Alright, I'll see you in the next video for the challenge problems, and after that, we'll get to Infix to Postfix.